Welcome back in another episode of NBA 2K14. And earlier, the last episode, as the Oklahoma City Thunder defeat the San Antonio Spurs by 5 points, 117 to 112. Kevin Durant got 32, Russell Westbrook got 23, Tony Parker got 33, and Manu Ginobili got 29. So that was a huge win for the Thunder and a huge beat the Spurs by 5 points, 117 to 112. Check out the playoff picture in the Western Conference. The Clippers move up to number 3 spot, and now the Spurs move down to number 4 spot, and that will be a good match. Might be a rematch with San Antonio against the Lakers, and might be a potential first round preview between those two teams. Gonna be a good one here. That could be the potential Western Conference first round pay-per-view. That will be a get in the playoff push right now, as the Clippers trying fighting for number 3 to avoiding getting for the number 6 spot or above. So right now below, so the playoff approaching right now is gonna be a good one here today here at Staples Center in LA. As today we got a matchup features Western Conference important playoff racing. Once again, is Dirk Nowitzki and Monte Ellis of the Dallas Mavericks take on Chris Paul and Blake Griffin of the Lob City as the Los Angeles Clippers. For this game, the Mavericks gonna use the blue and the Clippers gonna use the white, so that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy the video here at the downtown LA, California at the Staples Center. We're going to send in Kevin Harlan here in LA. Anyways, let's get started. Enjoy. Now, here we go.
Thanks for joining us. Get ready for the NBA here on 2K Sports. The season is winding down. The NBA begins to look ahead to the playoffs. It's going to be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Los Angeles Clippers. See you at halftime. We make it cool.
Welcome to this Thursday night edition of the NBA alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan on 2K Sports. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting 5 for both teams. Of course, Monte Ellis is a force to be reckoned with, no question about it.
Well, Ellis is one of the most acrobatic finishers in the NBA, Kevin. His ability to race in from the perimeter and score, either in transition or against a half-court defense. He finds his way to the rim, and he can finish once he gets there.
And he's shown the ability of absorbing contact, hanging, and still finishing. I think he could even stand to be more aggressive looking for contact, Steve, just to up those free throw attempts. But regardless, a devastating score around the rim.
Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Suns in Phoenix. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on it.
They look very stable, pretty much from the get-go, guys. A solid output, solid effort. And, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game, but they were pretty solid there.
I was very impressed with the balance they displayed, guys. Different people carrying the load, scoring, making assists, unselfish play. Everything was working for them to get that victory.
Nowitzki, Griffin's there. From 11 feet away, Nowitzki, good.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
The pass to Barnes. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
He's not somebody they lean on for points, but when he does score, that's a bonus. CP3 did a lot of things, guys, to change the culture of the Clippers, but one that maybe gets overlooked is how much he encourages and model talking on defense with this team. If you don't call out a screen or a rotation on his team, he'll call you out about it.
Now here's Paul. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Phoenix.
I thought his rebounding impressive as well. He made some big boards, really helped out on the glass, helped his team out big time.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exciting?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
Ellis with it. Chris Paul covering. Harris passes to Marion. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. And we've seen the Clippers turn around over the last few years. It doesn't just happen purely with talent, although it helps, certainly. But, Steve, a lot of it has to do with the change in the team's mindset.
Yeah, you can load up a team with a bunch of scorers and talented players, but if they aren't playing for each other and motivated to have each other's backs, then it does nothing. And I think Paul has done wonders for just the chemistry and the mindset of this Clippers team.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
On the wing mirror. Passes to Nowitzki. Beyond the arc. And the basket good. Nowitzki's got 5 points so far.
Wow, he's got such a sweet three-point stroke. The way he can shoot it, forcing opposing bigs out on the perimeter, can really open up the lane.
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Rick Carlisle. Doris?
He knows a big part of winning this game will come down to how well they can guard Blake Griffin. He said it all comes down to positioning and preventing him from getting inside, both on and off the ball. And guys, he's willing to concede some open jump shots to Griffin to do that. We'll see if Griffin can make him pay for it. Back to you.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
You know, there are a lot of players in the history of the NBA that have had a signature shot or move. And Dirk is right in that group. You know, when he gets into that fall away where he's leaning back and gets his knee into the defender a little bit, that clearly is his patented and trademark shot.
Here's Ellis after the made shot from Bart. Leads away. And there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist from Monte Ellis.
Well, when you combine Dirk's height with his touch and his release, which is basically behind his head, he becomes impossible to defend. And unless he's just missing his jump shot that night, you're in for a long night.
Especially when you couple it with his knack for playing with his back to the basket when he wants to. Often Dirk will catch it on the low block, lean into a defender to create some space, and then the next thing you know, he's up in the air knocking down that jumper.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. That's good. And then I heard a scout call it the other day, a flamingo fadeaway of Dirk Nowitzki. We've all seen it before. He didn't have that when he first came in the league, did he?
No, he was more of a face-up guy. You know, I think he had to adjust to NBA defenders, the speed and the length. And so rather than, you know, just shoot those spot-up shots, he started going to that, what I call the lederhosen fall away.
Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks winning their last game against Golden State.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
Here's Collison, following the score by Vince Carter. Redick with the three, and again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
Got that one up quick. That's now 8 points for Vince Carter.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
Collison kicks it to Odom. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison.
They're not going to run that play very often, but hey, they'll take it. Way to notch that three.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Doubled by Mullins. Carter with it. Now guarded by Dudley. Another three for Dallas.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Three-pointer.
on the clock when that ball tickles the twine.
Oh, man, a clutch shot.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Los Angeles on top, leading by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
This Friday night, April 4th, the Denver Nuggets take on Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies. Be there.
And off we go, a close game, now starting the second quarter. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And don't forget about their three-point shooting, too, because that could be a major factor here tonight.
On the floor for Dallas, Dirk Nowitzki down low with Brandon Wright. Arcing out there is Carter. And it's Carter in at the small forward. And here is Los Angeles now. 3-point lead. Odom on the wing. There's the triple. That's good. Odom's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Clippers.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the defense still needs to keep an eye on him.
This last summer, the Mavs asked fans to submit some redesigns of their uniforms for future use. Always kind of neat to see when a team and organization reaches out for the fans' input.
Collison dishes to Odom. Hollins guarded by Wright. With the fadeaway. Nowitzki outside. The tray. Another 3 for Dallas. And back to the Mavs. Definitely a big move by them to reach out like that. Nothing like bringing crowdsourcing to the NBA and building a bridge, Steve, with your fan base.
Kevin, I had a chance to see some of the designs of the uniforms that were being suggested. Some pretty sharp-looking duds, but there were some other ones that were absolutely hideous. So let's hope the decision-makers in the Mavs organization pick some of the, let's say, the more clean-looking new uniform suggestions.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Collison. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
What a floor leader he's been at the offensive end.
He's done a terrific job of moving the ball around, sharing it, dispersing it, and running the show.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. That sends Vince Carter to the free throw line. Lamar Odom picks one up, and Dallas going with a whole new group out there.
I love watching him, with the pick and roll, Kevin, because as the ball handler in that scenario, he knows exactly how to use the defense and then set up the screen in advance. That's why he's so effective.
And Steve, some of the best highlights you're ever going to see are going to come from this guy. Every time he steps on the floor, there's a chance he'll perform the dunk of the season. A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him. This is an interesting little factoid, fellas. Jamal Crawford is the all-time career leader in 4-point play. That's where you get fouled and make the 3. There must be an art to it. If there is, he's the master artist.
Barnes, good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
When he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
The feed now to Marion. Carter outside. Ellis kicks to Harris. Another 3 for Dallas. And Clark, you mentioned those 4-point plays that may be harder to pull off now with the Reggie Miller rule. Officials will call an offensive foul if you kick out your leg. The shot, they'll be pleased to do it all the time, and hits the defender.
Yeah, that's how Jamal Crawford got a lot of those 4-point plays early in his career, but there's a reason that he's able to convert those, and it's because he can create his own shot off the dribble from the 3-point line. And so a lot of times defenders are lunging at him because they put on their heels defensively because of his work off the dribble.
That's a good explanation. And the Mavericks making a change here. Nowitzki's checked in on the wing mirror. And And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, he had not established position.
You know, I prefer the refs to whistle with a block when in doubt. I thought that was a good call there.
Nowitzki kicks to Ellis. Another three for Dallas.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Clippers trail by 3. Paul goes in. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And a slam by Blake Griffin.
Incredible timing on the alley.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Knocked away. Out to Marion. Dishes it to Ellis. Harris. And it's blocked by Jordan. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. That'll put Dirk Nowitzki on the line. Jamal Crawford picks one up. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Mavericks.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And on top of that, they're really starting to knock down that long-range 3-ball tonight as well.
And it's Paul penetrating and stolen by Harris. And here comes Harris leading the fast break.
Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrap. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
On the wing, Ellis.
That's foul number 2 on him. They might not warrant sitting in entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Free throw, no good for Ellis.
Dirk Nowitzki, the 7-footer from Germany, is certainly not one of the more explosive athletes in the NBA, but I don't know if we give him enough credit for how coordinated he is with his shot. I mean, this guy is very coordinated in how he gets around on the court, especially at the offensive end. He's got tremendous balance, outstanding hands. Both of those allow him to be a terrific shooter and player.
Paul outside. Back in off the glass. Paul's got 7 now in this quarter.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. The Mavericks shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. I mean, you look at the numbers, impressive.
And, I really think the hard work they put in the offseason and so far this year, really making a big difference. I mean, they've made a huge improvement in their shooting at the line.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
All of the above.
And the first half is now in the books. Mavericks lead by 7. Well, folks, stay tuned for the halftime show at Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
Now, presented by Sprint. So good to have you along on 2K Sports as the season nears its end. Let's check out what's going on. For the Dallas Mavericks, they have the lead against Los Angeles. Their great passing has been fun to watch, keeping the ball moving and picking apart that D. Dirk Nowitzki's scoring with ease against the Clippers. His shooting percentage off the charts right now. He's got the magic touch from the field, no question about it. On the Clippers side of things, they're managing to hang around. They're scoring with confidence, shooting with an excellent percentage. Chris Paul has been amazing. He's up to 9 points, and as usual, he's been handing out a lot of assists. And let's go around the NBA, checking on our other game. The San Antonio Spurs trailing the Thunder out at Oklahoma City, about midway through the third out there. And that's all we have for you here in the studio. Now let's send it on back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke for the second half of play.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint. Welcome back, the Staples Center, and above it, downtown Los Angeles in the distance.
Nowitzki has been playing really well. 15 points. He's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now, his outside stroke has looked really good today.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. CP3 and Jamal Crawford make the back. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. Paul kicks to Crawford. High post try. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 6 assists in the game.
Well, Kevin, probably his greatest value lies in his tremendous three-point shooting. He's out on the perimeter. It gives them the ability to really stretch the defense out.
And he is also a very rugged player at the defensive end. I mean, he will pull his way through any screen if it means staying on his man.
But they get it back. A three from Barnes. And again, Los Angeles with a triple.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking. That rim.
And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. Paul goes in, and it's sent back from Tallenbear. Harris kicks to Marion. That's good. Marion's got 5 points so far.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
Jose Calderon. He's checked in for Devin Harris. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. And Nowitzki with the block. Kicks it to Calderon. Fires from the wing. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Man, great ball movement. They're just picking this defense apart with their passing.
Well, how about the 3 Ps, Steve? Purposeful, precise, passing. We love it, and so does this team because they're taking advantage of it.
Ellis outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 6 assists here tonight. Clippers trail by 15. Here's Barnes. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Barnes has got 16.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
One thing Matt Barnes has no problem doing is playing the role of a scrapper. I mean, he plays with that kind of sandpaper edge to his game. No fear, and that's why his teammates have so much respect for him. It also helps that he can contribute in a variety of ways.
Ellis against Griffin. And good on the basket. Book it. 18 points for Monte Ellis.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Paul passes to Griffin. And Nowitzki with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Odom knocks down the 3 ball. Harden's got his third bucket of the night. And Matt Barnes, a fiery defender. He plays the game, it seems, almost all the time with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, he embraces the physicality of the game, but I just love the energy and the emotion that Matt Barnes brings to any team that he plays for. That's why, regardless of where he is, he always finds his way into the rotation.
And he's played for a lot of teams.
Yes, he has.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. And the Mavericks making a change here. Blair's checked in. 1:51 left in the third quarter of the game. Collison dishes to Odom. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got his 5th assist in this one. Harris kicks to Carter. The dive for the ball. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the teams that have been money from the foul line since the All-Star break. The Mavericks 4th.
Now that break sure did them a lot of good because they have been locked in from the free throw line ever since.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Dallas. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. The dish to West. And he converts the layup. West has got his first points of the night.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Again, Los Angeles.
Boy, I'm surprised he took that shot. He was at a huge size disadvantage in that matchup, but, boy, great job to bury it.
And here is Harris. He's got 8. 46 seconds left to play here in the third. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good. Harris has got 10.
They really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Here's Odom. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
His performance from long range has been incredible.
I know that was your shot, Steve, and today it's his too.
And it's going to be a goaltending. Call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Can you hear the crowd kind of murmuring? I don't think they agreed with the officials on that one.
Steve, I tell you what, they're really letting them have it.
Ball against Calderon. Lays it up and banks it in. 11 points for Chris Paul. 9 seconds left in the third quarter. And it's Carter penetrating. That's good. And the Mavericks lead by 16.
That finish brings me back to the old days. The silky smooth finger roll.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Mavericks ahead, up by 16. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this.
Tune in next Wednesday night, April 9th. LeBron James and the Miami Heat go on the road to battle the Memphis Grizzlies. Don't miss it.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
They've been the aggressors, and they've been tougher in the paint all game.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Marion and Nowitzki at the forwards. Devin Harris.
What a huge play.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rat.
You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam.
Here's Jordan, and goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Vince Carter, he's checked in for Jose Kovalov. Jordan, the pass to Reddick. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today, Steve.
I'll say the defense has been ineffective trying to run shooters off that three-point line.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
But you know, they've got a nice lead. Don't take any chances. The simple one-hander is just fine.
Clippers trail by 16. Reddick with it. From past the arc. And another three for the Clippers.
Far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes for having been behind the three-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
Here's Barnes. Again, the Clippers.
His stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever. The shot's just falling for him.
Mavericks leading by 11. Back to Marion. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And that one's good.
They are owning the lane right now. Every one of their last 10 points has come either at or near the rim.
Great looks in tight because they're finding lanes to the hoop whenever they want them.
And the Clippers call time here. Last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks.
And what caused them to lose that last matchup was the mistakes. I mean, they just committed too many turnovers, and they were sloppy with the ball, and that's why they lost.
Monte Ellis checked in for Dallenberg. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets them going.
And thank you for that, Doris. And sloppy play club to be avoided at all costs.
Kevin, just take care of the ball. That's what you want to tell them. Just take care of the ball. Don't throw weak passes. Don't be careless. Don't telegraph your passes. If you keep your focus mentally, you won't make those kinds of careless mistakes.
So deflating for a team. Clark coughing up the ball at one end, and then it turns into immediate points at the other end.
And it's just as much of a boost for the team getting those easy points off the steal. You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
Well, that's part of what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Well, when you talk about the most fearsome finishers in the league, you got to put Blake Griffin right at the top of the list. I mean, he's a high riser, and he's able to dunk with authority over the top of defenders like very few in the league can.
And with Griffin, the dunks always get top billing, but he is more than just a dunker, or at least would hope to be more than just a dunker.
Well, he's a rebounder and an underrated passer for a big man. His touch outside is improving as well, so this is what you want to see from Griffin. Just incremental improvement each year.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question, and that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
There's Ellis with the three ball on number 3 for Dallas.
And they're getting that lead way up there now. I mean, it should be a stroll to the final whistle from here.
Yeah, this late in the game, it'd be almost impossible for them to blow a lead like this.
And Nowitzki with the block. And Reddick kicks to Barnes, tries to keep it alive. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Ellis, left side. using his post move to get the 2 points. Ellis has got 25 points.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Reddick dishes to Hollins. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Mavericks leading by 19 points. And Nowitzki backs in. Fades back. Again, the Mavericks score.
Well, he gets the fadeaway to go. I'd still rather see him go straight up with it.
The Clippers have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Collison up top. Guarded by Harris. The kick out to Collison. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
Here's Harris. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Marion gets it to go.
They didn't take their time wrapping this game up. They pretty much did it in a hurry.
Yeah, they had a nice spurt to polish this one off.
Here's Collison, rejected by Dallenberg. Here's Ellis. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, Monte Ellis has never been short on confidence, and last year he went as far as comparing himself to Dwayne Wade, saying the only difference between them is that Wade has rings. That's a pretty big difference, though.
Jared Dudley's checked in for J.J. Redick. And you talk about the talent and confidence for Monte Ellis. Steve, what's the balance between confidence and like overconfidence?
Well, I think the balance is in your decision making, and that's the trickiest thing for really talented young players to figure out. It's just when to attack and when to back off a little bit. And that's all stuff that just comes with experience. Probably time to just say it, guys. This game is over.
I think you're right on target there.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. And the Mavericks call time here. They lead by 19. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Not sure why they're calling this timeout. The game is pretty much over.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Steve. Maybe they just want to bask in the wind just a little longer, but I don't agree with it. Let's go. Get out of here.
That's tipped. It's taken away by Collison. Hollins kicks to Collison. Mullins. And Wright pulls it down. Vince Carter on the wing. Bruce Baseborn. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Dirk Nowitzki.
So what a huge nightmare for the Clippers as they continue on a roll. What a nightmare loss for the Clippers as they 13 blocks for the Mavericks as they continue on a roll now. So let's check out the real box score. Matt Barnes got 21 points, 2 assists. Lamar Odom got 50 points. Chris Paul got 13 and 9. Dirk Nowitzki got 29 and 9. Monte Ellis got 26. And Vince Carter got 21. And a huge night for Dallas as they take down the Clippers. Continue on the roll. 22-game win streak for the Clippers, for the Mavericks. Let's check out the streaks remaining right now. 22-game win streak, the longest winning streak ever in Dallas, ever seen this before. 16-game home streak and 9 road wins to continue on right now as they try to continue the playoffs push right now. So let's check out the playoff picture on April 4th. So the Clippers still the number 3 seed, but they have a chance to get in the number 3 spots. But the Clippers continue to stay with the number 3 after losing earlier to the Spurs against the Thunder. And the Lakers stays with number 5. I thought once again in the 5 spots. So let's check out the playoff standings right now. You see it right here, the Clippers teams right now with the playoff position. The playoff post right now is going to be in the middle. So when we got a jam-packed 14 NBA games together, we got the Nuggets, Grizzlies, Magic, Bobcats, Pacers, Raptors, Bucks, Bulls, Pelicans, Jazz, Suns, Blazers, Cavaliers, Hawks, Sixers, Celtics, Pistons, Nets, Timberwolves, Heat, Wizards, Knicks, Kings, Warriors, and our first game we had the doubleheader, another doubleheader. Our first game we got the Staples Center once again. We got the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Lakers, followed by the second game here at the Toyota Center in Houston. It will be the Thunder and the Rockets, another huge intensity Western Conference showdown. So, skipping the next game for the long game here, 12 games right here. Nuggets, Grizzlies 2, Kings, Warriors. So we got Nuggets and the Grizzlies and the Nuggets win and the keep with the Timberwolves right now, and instead the Grizzlies will win. And this time Grizzlies will win 20-11 for Zach Randolph, 20 points for Tayshaun Prince. Terry Lawson's got 18 and 10, and JaVale McGee got 13 and 9. Magic and the Bobcats, Magic win to avoid 4-8 loss. Jefferson got 28-11, and Victor Oladipo scored 23. So the huge game here, gonna keep safe for the Pacers, trying to keep the win here, trying to continue keeping the 5th spot. So Pacers and the Raptors, and somehow the Raptors will win. I don't want to believe the Pacers. Many rivalry right now are gonna be Kevin right there. So we see the Pacers will win. 24 points for DeMar DeRozan, 21 points for Landry Fields, and Kyle Lowry got not again triple-double. Danny Granger 25, David West 22, and Paul George got 21-11. Bucks and the Bulls will win. Derrick Rose got 39, Boozer got 23, Luol Deng got 22, Giannis Antetokounmpo 22, Ridnour got 20. Pelicans and the Jazz win. 23 points for Richard Jefferson, 22 points for Alec Burks, and Trey Burke got 21 and 9. Jason Smith got 26-11. Even Tyreek Evans got 26, and Anthony Davis only scored 8 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Suns and the Blazers, and the Suns will win a stunning upset. 32 and 9 for LaMarcus Aldridge. Damian Lillard not even get triple-double. Other hand, Caron Ballard 32, Shannon Brown 22, and Marquise Morris. I don't know where's the players. Marquise Morris was 21. Cavaliers and the Hawks will win 34 and 9 for Paul Millsap, 25 and 4 for Lou Williams, 20 and 10 for Elton Brand, and Jared Jack got 22. Sixers and the Celtics win. Jaron Wallace got 35, Avery Bradley got 22, Jason Richardson got 33 and 13, Darius Young got 24 and 9, and Evan Turner got 21. Pistons and the Nets, and Pistons will win by 20 wins, and the Pistons will win 113-95. John Johnson's got 25. Brendan James got 24 and 9, and even Great Myron is also 80 and 9. I want to say fouls if the Timberwolves running against the Heat. If the Heat beat them, it's so powerful. If the Heat will win, trying to keep it continue. So Heat and the Timberwolves, Heat and the T-Wolves, and Miami will win this game. how did the Timberwolves done, and it looks like it was a real life. That was a thriller triple overtime. I believe it might be double over or triple overtime. Let's check in the video about and check update here. This was a close game here in the thriller double overtime when Timberwolves upset the Heat by 120, 122 to 121 in real life actually, and Heat will win by 11. LeBron James 31 points, Dwayne Wade got 29, Mario Chalmers got 50 and 10, Chris Bosh got 10, and Kevin Martin got 26. Wizards and the Knicks trying to get out for the Knicks playoff push. Try to keep in chasing for the Atlantic Division court of the title. The hopes Wizards and the Knicks will win by 3, 115 to 112. Carmelo Anthony got 31, Andre Bargnani got 22, Nene and John Wall got 22, but John Wall got double-double, and Bradley Beal also double-double. And last but not least, Kings and the Warriors will be wrapped up here for the NBA. We'll be continuing 12 games right here. Kings and the Warriors will win in a huge massacre score of 41 points. Klay Thompson got 35 points, David Lee got 19 and 9, Stephen Curry got 19, 11, and Marcus Thornton got 29 points. So, huge night for the Golden State Warriors as they take out the Sacramento Kings. So, we're going to save files first. We're going to go and check out some playoff position, playoff standings right now. You see the playoff pushers on the way here. Clippers stays the 3rd seed, so right now. So, as you can see right here, with the top 3 below in the finish, you see here the Clippers, Spurs, Lakers, and the Mavericks trying to keeping the fight for number 3rd spot as a 9.5. Both three teams are 9.5 games back. Clippers, Spurs, and the Lakers are 9.5, while the Mavericks are 10 games back in the Western Conference. As there's no team here right now with no implications right here. While Chicago Bulls are 8.5, still have the games back below. Brooklyn still the division lead with 29 games back, and a 29.5 game back for Philadelphia, and 30 games back for New York Knicks in the last column. As the Atlantic Division title will on the line, that could be the potential last game of the season, and that will be a good one here. The battle for the division leading in the Atlantic Division, Brooklyn and Philadelphia. That will be a good one here to approach the playoffs right now. So the playoff will begin on April 19. So with this one, 2 weeks left before the playoffs will begin on April 19. That will be a wrap up here at the Staples Center. So the first game will be back here at Staples Center. We got Dirk Nowitzki and Monte Ellis of the Dallas Mavericks take on Kobe Bryant and Steve Nash of the Los Angeles Lakers. A fight for the 5th spot in the Western Conference playoff race. That will be a good one here, and followed by a second game, the Western Conference top 2 showdown. We got a top 2 in the Western Conference showdown, featuring Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook of the Oklahoma City Thunder take on Dwight Howard and James Harden of the Houston Rockets. That will be an interesting playoff in positions of the Western Conference top 2 seeds. That could be the potential Western Conference Finals pay-per-view. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin as the Mavericks crushed the Clippers by 19, 115 and 96, and already know the news. Good news is Damian Lillard is going back to Portland Trail Blazers over the Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors. I like the Damian Lillard back again, reunited to Rip City and the Japanese right now. Really good game. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin as once again the Mavericks beat the Clippers by 19. 150 to 96. This is Andre Kenshin say so from Staples Center, LA. We'll see you tomorrow here at downtown Staples Center in Los Angeles. First game, the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Lakers, followed by the second game here at Toyota Center in Houston for the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Houston Rockets. Sign up and peace out. Good night, and reminder, we'll see you tomorrow for another doubleheader, the second doubleheader of 3 days. So we got first game will be at the Staples Center in Los Angeles for the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Lakers, followed by the second game here at Toyota Center in Houston for the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Houston Rockets. So it's time to say, once again, it's time to say sign up and peace out. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow for another doubleheader. Peace out. Good night, and we see you tomorrow. Peace.